Hello. This past week, I kind of crashed out talking about AI, and I recorded some of it.
I can't just say AI good, AI bad.
Just, is this truly the only way the graph can go up?
Because it's AI mix. And it's neat.
It's not like I have a lot of power in changing how many trillions of dollars are being invested into this technology.
But it's also ruining the world.
My side projects are just getting done.
But it's not that bad.
Instead of squatting on domain names, I'm just squatting on ideas. And not even that. I'm not even squatting on ideas anymore. I'm squatting on projects that I just haven't deployed yet.
But maybe it could be bad. In the wrong hands, it's really bad.
I want there to be advances in medicine and in things to improve humanity, but is this improving humanity?
But in my hands, it's not bad.
I like to consider myself a bit of an AI skeptic. I still really value doing a lot of my own work myself, but at the same time, I can't believe how good it's getting. I don't have like a full-on identity crisis about it yet.
What if I'm using it the wrong way?
I still take pride in being a good developer.
But then maybe I'm not holding it wrong.
I still feel like it's valuable to learn how to code to understand how things work under the hood.
Maybe I'm using it in the way it's supposed to be used.
But what is the world gonna look like?
But maybe we should just throw it in the sea.
I just want AI to do my laundry. I will stop being a skeptic if it can do my laundry.
But what if there's no sea left because we've used up all the water because we're doing so much AI?
I like coming up with silly puns. I don't want to ask AI to write a joke for me. And I think, like, after processing my feelings a little bit more, after playing with some models that were particularly good, I think, like, we're seeing a lot of hype, obviously, but people being just like, wow, AI is everywhere. And it's not going away, and I also can't stop it from going away, but also it is kind of useful in some cases. And I think, like, we're just in this tornado of things where it's not necessarily an identity crisis, although it probably is for some engineers. It's like, what was I made for? Like, they want to figure out what is their purpose in the workplace now. And after going through my own little spiral and thinking about how so many of my projects are being done, and after being interrupted by my dad calling because he needed help deleting photos on his phone. Your photo library, you hit select in the upper right, and then you tap the photo, and then you tap a photo, and it should make a check mark on the photo.
Shoot. All right. So it's not that easy then.
It's tap.
Okay, now it's checked.
Tap and then drag upwards.
Okay, thanks, Cassie.
You're welcome. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Let an AI teach that. I don't think AI is ever fully meant to replace people. And a lot of people are going to extremes, either being never AI or being we're replacing our workers with AI. And I don't think either of those will like win in the end. I feel like it's more a lot of workflows are going to be replaced with AI. And though I'm like still a skeptic in some ways, there's some things where I'm just like, dang, this is pretty good. I personally don't think of myself as someone who will be just like, I need to figure out how many agents I can run overnight in my sleep, because there's a lot of that going on right now on the internet. I think it's a lot more of like experimenting with the tools and being willing to learn the tools so that as you move on in your job, as your organization adapts and all of these things, you can see where repetition is going to go away and certain efficiencies will happen. And humans will focus more on like trade-offs between decisions, focus more on architecture and the orchestration side of things. I really like coding. And so I hope that that part doesn't fully go away, but at the same time, there are some things that are particularly repetitive. And so those things might go away and that might be better. And it's going to be a lot of adapting over time. But anyway, I am crashing out less now. I think the balanced perspective is good. I think we will have a lot of crash outs as a society over time. And my particular hot take is if we become this super mega efficient, then maybe we should start adopting 4-day work weeks more and like adjusting expectations so people aren't always working as much, right? It kind of feels like startup grind culture in like the 2010s when everyone was like max out efficiency. We're not sleeping as much. We're spending overnight at the office to grind and ship things. It feels like that era a little bit of like SaaS and mobile apps and stuff growing, but different. And there will be a balance. But the 5-day work week appeared so that way people weren't overworking in factories and stuff. And I feel like, what if the next iteration of this is humans working a little less, producing more than ever because we are producing more than ever, and maybe having some more time for their lives? That's probably a pipe dream. I'm sure there's plenty of people being just like, but the graph must go up. But it would be nice, right? It would be nice. I would love your realistic thoughts on this, because the reality is not everybody's gonna be grinding to ship constantly, and not everybody's gonna be just like, "I'm never touching AI." There's gonna be a middle ground, and I would like to hear what your middle ground is. Please tell me if you have thoughts, because I would love to hear them. Your human thoughts. Please don't use an AI commenter to write on this. Ugh. Okay, bye. Alright, till next time.